It is an honor and a privilege to be here in Chicago, first of all, with so many good friends. As I look around the audience and as I came in tonight, I got to see some folks who are near and dear to me, and I am delighted for the privilege of seeing faces that I've come to know over the years. Our friends from Moody Bible Institute, who I will always be grateful to, because when stations would not allow an African American on Christian radio, it was the Moody Broadcast Network that opened up their arms and hearts to my ministry and allowed us to do nationally what had not yet been done before. And of course, as a result of that, we're heard around the world. And so I want to thank Moody Bible Institute, and of course they have been our primary publisher, and we have 3 of their titles outside tonight, and I want to thank them for supporting us in our writing ministry. Norm Sanju has been a wonderful, wonderful friend and advisor, one of the premier Christian business leaders of our day. And it was an honor to be asked to be the chaplain for the Mavs. And he mentioned I was the first African American to get a doctorate. And now sitting on the board. His wife's first female on the board, first African American, first female. Sounds pretty political to me, but I am delighted to be here. And then the specific reason why I've been asked to come, and that is to affirm what God is doing through the Koinonia House, affirm this life-changing ministry of meeting folks at the gate and giving them a new start and a new hope and a new life, which is what our faith is all about. I am so delighted. I met Manny about 11 years ago, and he's not like an easy person to forget. I remember 11 years ago, he said, he grabbed me and hugged me. Never saw this guy before in my life, and he grabbed me, hugged me like to squeeze the breath out of me, and he talking real fast, and he's telling me, because he's all excited about us, and telling me one day he wants me to come up and, wants me to do something with him. And that's 11 years ago. So, after 11 years and you don't hear from somebody, you figure, they were just talking. So actually the reason I'm here tonight is because I called Manny and said, Manny, we met 11 years ago, and you said you were going to have me come do something. He said, yeah, I was, but then I've been listening to you on the radio, and you still have a ways to go. So I said, wait a minute, I really want to come. He said, yeah, but you got to practice first, because this is a major event. With supporters and potential supporters, and we need folks to get behind us. So we really need somebody who can really speak with some excellence and some power and some potency, and you're just not ready yet. I really wanted to come. I said, Manny, I'll practice. He said, send me a tape. I sent him a tape. He listened to the tape. He said, you're getting better, but you're still not ready yet. I said, Manny, one more time. Let me try one more time. He said, okay. Send me one more tape. Send him one more tape. He listened to it. He said, you are really trying, but you do not understand this event. This event is critical. This event is critical. I mean, our year will be based on what happens at this event. And you're just not ready yet. I said, Manny, I'll come for free. He said, now you're ready. So I'm very gratuitous for this opportunity to be here tonight. It was August 14th, 2003. My wife and I had spent about 4 days in our favorite place, New York, the Big Apple. We love New York, love the the lights and the excitement and the people and the cuisine and all the things that makes that big city live. And we had gone to LaGuardia to make our way back home to Dallas. We were at curbside check-in, and the line wasn't moving. We waited at curbside check-in for 15 to 20 minutes, and we got to get to our flight. But the line's not moving. So I make my way out of the line, and I go up to the baggage handler, and I say, "Excuse me, is there a problem?" He said, "Yeah, it's a problem. Our problem is that there has been a power failure in Canada in the power grid that's worked its way down the East Coast, and we don't have power." Well, what we found out was we had been caught in the blackout of 2003 when the East Coast lost power. So we waited for 3 hours with thousands of other people at LaGuardia Airport waiting for things to get better. And they didn't. It's now getting dark, and an announcement is given throughout the airport that LaGuardia is now closed. No flights coming in, no flights going out. LaGuardia is closed. Well, now we're on the horns of a dilemma. The airport is closed. We don't have a hotel like thousands of other people. Can't catch a train, can't do anything because there's no power. So the lights aren't working, the magnetometers aren't working, the conveyor belts aren't working. Nothing is working because of a power failure. I called back to Dallas to my assistant, Sylvia, and I said, "Sylvia, look, let's see if we can catch up with our travel agent and see if you can find me a hotel somewhere, because we don't have any place to go. We are stuck." She scurried around and called back a little bit later and said, "There is one room left at the Crown Plaza LaGuardia, one room. And they will hold it for you for 10 minutes because people are lining up everywhere desperate for a place to go." We jumped in a cab and we made our way to the Crown Plaza LaGuardia. And by now it's dark. We walk inside a candle-lit hotel. It's blazing hot in August. There's no air conditioning because remember, there's no power. We have to register by hand because the computers are all down. There's no power. We get to our room by flashlight. We walk into a dark room, and we decide all we can do is retire for the night and hope tomorrow will be a better day. My wife decides that let's at least open these curtains so that we can see if we can open the window to get some night air into this hot place, because the air conditioner is not working. So she goes over to the window and she opens it, and that's when we saw it. Immediately across the street from the Crown Plaza LaGuardia was a Marriott hotel lit up. I'm talking about lit up. We're looking at this hotel that's immediately across the street, if you're familiar with the airport area, and we open the window and there's music playing. There are people, because it's right across the street, standing outside eating. Now, obviously, we're in the wrong hotel. Because I had a question, and I wasn't getting a good answer as I thought through it. The question was, how can there be this much light in the midst of this much darkness? I mean, remember, the street lights are dark, the houses are dark, the airport is dark, everything is dark, but there's this lit up Marriott hotel. So we decided to check this thing out a little closer. We walked downstairs and we crossed the street into this life-giving environment. We walk inside an air-conditioned building. They've got TVs lined along the wall, CNN talking about how dark New York is.